When I've dropped my individuality, I haven't lost my arm, I haven't lost my face. But the quality of separativeness has come to an end, right? That has come to an end through immediate perception. And that perception and immediate action brings about a quality of intelligence, which is not thought, right? A quality of intelligence that is not the product of environment, education, all the rest of it, but it is intelligence that has the quality of compassion, love, and the enormous responsibility involved in that compassion, right? Responsibility.
I think responsibility does introduce difficulties because it involves the idea of one individual.
The feeling of being responsible. Not for one individual or for a group or for some idea or some cause, but the feeling of total responsibility. Otherwise, I wouldn't talk here. I wouldn't open my mouth if I didn't feel, if there was not the feeling of immense responsibility. Not to a cause, to some divine purpose, all that nonsense.
An intense involvement.
Not quite. I'm not involved. Again, that's a dangerous word. Wait, so I have learned, intelligence has taken place when there was an insight into the individual and its organization. There is intelligence, right? Now that intelligence is love, compassion. Without intelligence, there is no love, no compassion. It must all go together. Now, what is the action of that intelligence? That's right. What is the action of that intelligence when surrounded by million people who are not, forgive me, intelligent in that sense? They're all clever, they're all super knowledge, they've got immense power, position, prestige, all that. What is the responsibility of that intelligence and its action? Huh? No, I've said that, madam. Without intelligence, there is no love. I mean, the individual say, I love you, and is full of jealousies, anxieties, ugliness, and that's not intelligence. So what is the action of that intelligence surrounded by people who are completely indifferent?
Is there any action, Krishnamurti? Surely it just is.
Therefore, what does that mean? That's what I'm coming to. If you are that in a world, what will you do? What is your movement?
If you are not separate from the world, then the world need must be the trigger to...
So you are the world just now.
Yes.
And you, X, happens to have this intelligence, compassion. Really, I mean it. He has got it in his blood and feels utterly responsible for everything that's happening. without guilt, without cause, feeling of, you love somebody. No, when there is love, you care. There is care, there is attention, there is everything involved in it, which is, if I can use the word responsible, that's implied in that. You are the world. What is this X to do with you?
You've just replied there.
Huh?
You've just given the reply. Care.
What?
You've just given the reply.
Je n'ai pas entendu.
You're saying that you care is the answer to what you were asking, but
No, you're
that's
missing.
interpretation.
I have to go through it. It's hot, isn't it? You are the world, you. And the X here, sitting in this chair, says, what is my responsibility towards you? He cares, his love, compassion, and intelligence. Those three go together absolutely. And you won't even listen. You won't even care. Right? And what is he to do? He feels responsible. You understand, sir? Don't you feel Don't you feel all this?
What is this person to do? What is he to do?
I'm asking you, sir.
I have no idea. I'm not that person.
Why aren't you?
I'd like to be a master.
But because you haven't given time, you haven't given your energy, you haven't listened.
That's perhaps the case.
Therefore, you are like the rest of them. So, what will you do with this X sitting in this chair? Throw mud at him? You will, of course.
I'm not.
Of course, sir, you're throwing mud at him. Obviously, because you don't care. You don't face facts. Now, X says, am I talking to you at the conscious level? You understand my question, sir? Please follow this up. You go to a class, physics or learning a new language, there you are learning, listening at the conscious level to acquire a new language, learn all about science, physics, or mathematics. It's all at the conscious level, right? Right, sir? Now, are we talking to each other at the conscious level? No, before you answer no, sir, find out, sir, don't.
That's the problem before with the wife, wasn't it?
What?
The problem before with the wife.
Well, I wasn't talking, I left my wife long ago. Sorry, poor lady, I haven't got a wife, so anyhow. So, I'm asking a different question, sir, totally different question. When the speaker is talking, is it communicating at the conscious level? As when you go to a school or to a college, university, you are learning various subjects which are at the conscious level. Mathematics, history, whatever it is. So, that conscious level has acquired knowledge. Knowledge can never be complete. Therefore, knowledge always goes with ignorance. I wonder if the scientists would agree.
Yes, there's also a lot of unconscious conditioning during the learning of science.
Yes, I'm coming to that. So are we merely listening at the conscious level or partly at the deeper level? Partly. Do you understand my question?
Yeah.
Which is it we are doing? Or is there a listening with all your consciousness, part, the deeper and the superficial, whole of it listening? Do you understand my question?
This is the problem.
Huh?
This is the problem. Because to have this kind of listening, it seems that we have to have left our personality already.
No. Just to listen, sir. I'm not talking of leaving your wife, husband, daughters, etc., individual, nothing. I'm moved away from that for the moment. We're asking each other, are we listening with the hearing of the ears, or listening with all your consciousness, with all your being? So that there is no part of you asleep, there's no part of you withholding, just listening. Now, if you so listened, that listening is complete attention, isn't it? Huh? Complete attention. Professor Wilkins says something to me, and I am listening entirely. There is no barriers, there is no effort, there is no sense of, what do you mean by it? None of that. I'm just listening to everything that I said. That is, I'm given complete attention, right? Now, in that attention, there is no me. I wonder if you see. There is no center from which I am listening. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Explain it rather. So, if one listens in the same way, without the me, to the nature of the individual, the nature of his activities and his organizations, then there is no problem. You have got it. Because you are listening entirely without the center.
Action without will.
Huh?
Action without will.
Oh, no. I'm not talking about action without words. I'm just listening. Now, in the same way, can I listen to something that I have not even thought about, that hasn't even in anywhere near my consciousness, which is there an action without the actor, without the self-centered entity who has always acted?